Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a question and answer video today. I know I haven't been on and doing a video in a while. I've been super busy with my university work, but now I'm finished. I've handed everything in, so I'm just waiting for my results. So I thought I'd pop back on. I've created an Instagram channel and I'll be linking it down below, so if anyone would like to follow me on there, it'll be all down based on my YouTube uploads and my schedule, and any video ideas that I can have would be great. Yeah, so I'll link it down in the description and we'll get straight into the video. So one of the first questions I got is about what it's like working and doing my nursing degree. Now, I've done a mental health nursing degree. It lasts for 3 years and I've enjoyed it the majority of the time. I think every degree is quite difficult. With nursing, I don't think you can go into it half-heartedly, and it's got to be something you really enjoy doing rather than something you're just doing to, as people say, get a paycheck. That's definitely not what you go into nursing for. I think you have to be a very caring person, resilient, and be able to face challenges every single day, because everything's changing in the world, as we can see now. Dealing with the pandemic, that was never something that we saw coming, and we had to adapt so quickly. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I mean, we get put on placements that we don't get any choice of, so it's quite difficult sometimes, because you can be on a placement for a year long currently on how the academic schedule is, and you've just got to deal with it really to get your hours. A nursing degree, you have to have a certain amount of practice hours and theory hours, and if you're below that, no matter how much work you've done, and if you've passed all the other tests they've gave you, exams and assignments, you will not be able to get your PIN without having exactly the amount of hours you need to qualify. So it's difficult. For example, if you are unwell and you have to take some leave, you do have to make that up at the end of each year. So you just have to be really careful and mindful of these things when you go into it. It's difficult for people that have childcare responsibilities. I'm lucky because I don't have children, so I've chose the right time for me personally to do my degree, and I think it'll benefit me in the future because I won't have to think of the extra things. But because things happen, they have happened to me in the 3 years that I've been doing my degree, and I've still had to push on and carry on. We get support from the university, but equally you've just got to be that type of person to be able to get up every day and carry on doing what you want to do in the future. I feel that my degree has really helped me gain a lot more confidence in myself. I always did a job to the best of my abilities, but I would always have this self-doubt that I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing my job well enough, and that other people doubt me as well. And I've found that I have to be confident in what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing. So uni's helped me a lot with that, and having to go out on placement that completely new. Sometimes every 2 weeks we were swapping placements, sometimes it would be longer. So meeting new people and working in different teams, it's quite challenging. And with my anxiety, I really struggled even going for the interview to get into university. I remember calling my mum after and being really upset, saying that I don't think I got it. And I did. I got into university. I proved that I could do that, even with my own mental health issues, because most of my life I've been told that because of my mental health I'll never be able to do the job I want to, and never be able to support other people that are struggling. And I'm now looking back at the 3 years I've faced, even with my own challenges, I've been able to go into placement and help other people that are in a bad situation as well, and come home and just think how proud I am of myself. So I never regret doing this degree, and I'd say to people, go for what you want to do. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not going to do it or you're not going to be successful. You can do it. It's hard, but as long as you're determined, you will get through it. There's a second part to this question, and it was what it was like working during the pandemic. So the first wave, student nurses they basically put out a policy to pull student nurses out to work in placement. It was like an emergency standard, so we could go out and work into the placement areas that needed help. We went in and assisted with everything we'd usually do, but we weren't classed as full-time students anymore. We were students that were deployed during the emergency pandemic to help out, so it made it a lot more difficult to be able to complete our learning whilst being on placement. We went from, instead of having a block of placement and a block of theory where we'd return to uni to do our work, it was complete placement and theory we had to fit in on our days off and in between shifts where we could. So yeah, it was a very, very stressful time. There was points where I thought that I could just quit and not do this course anymore. It'd be a lot easier, especially during a pandemic. There was the worry of bringing COVID back into my house, and parts of my family being high risk. But I had that conversation with my family before I went in, and at the end of the day, people needed caring for. We needed to go out and help. We'd be expected to do that as nurses, so I did that. I learnt a lot. I worked on an older adult unit and I did learn a lot there, and I think it grew my confidence as well, working under pressure sometimes and just the general fear of things changing. It puts it into perspective, and I had a supportive team the whole way through. They really helped me being able to get my studies completed, and on days where I just felt really low, my stress levels would go through the roof. There was always someone there to support me, so I couldn't thank them enough. I actually returned to the place I did my placement in year 1, so that helped me a lot with my anxiety. I felt anxious to go into a new situation with COVID, but I felt a lot better to be returning somewhere where I was familiar with people. So I'd say if I had the opportunity again, I would definitely opt in to help in the hospitals, even though it was very, very difficult with completing my theory work and learning alongside it. I still feel like I've got a long way to come, and hopefully I can do that as a newly qualified nurse. I want to continue learning and learn more of the general side of nursing, so I'm hoping I can achieve that. That's my next goal. So the next question I actually got is from one of my university friends, what I like to do in my spare time. So I hope you're well. I won't say your name in case you don't want to be in the video, but I really hope you're well and keeping safe. I'd love that we could be at university and celebrate when we graduate together, but unfortunately we can't, so all my best wishes to you. So in my spare time, I like to watch documentaries, probably not the normal documentaries that everyone likes. I'm very interested in crime. I find that with a lot of mental health nurses or people in the mental health field like to watch things or read things about crime, and I tend to watch a lot. I've watched all the documentaries on Netflix that I can find. I tend to find a few new ones when I search through on crime and serial killers and different things like that. Some people get quite freaked out when I tell them that, but it's not what they've actually done, it's the whole investigation, how it was found out and things like that, how they hide it, how the brain works. It's quite weird, but it's just something I'm very interested in, always have been. So that's what I tend to do in my spare time. Sometimes if I'm feeling a bit low with my anxiety or depression, I like to walk my dog to get fresh air. I feel that fresh air completely helps clear my mind and I feel a lot better. I tend to clean my room or clean things because I feel like I walk into my room and if it's clear, my mind's clear, I can think a bit clearer. Next question I got is, was I named after anyone? My name's not the usual name. So I believe my dad named me after Alexander the Great. It was his nickname. So I think that's where that came from. I might not be right, but I believe that's right. One of the questions I got is, if I could do anything, what would it be? I really want to go skydiving for a charity. I wanted to do it for a mental health charity or for the NSPCC. Really still want to do that, but I need to have the money to be able to start it up. So I'm hoping in the future, when everything's gone to what we see as normal, then I'll be able to do it. Next one's what made me want to start YouTube. I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I've never had the confidence, and now I've got to the age where I think I don't really care if people don't like me and they don't want to watch my videos. That's completely fine. It's just something I enjoy doing, and I'm gonna give it a try, see if it works out, and I'm hoping it does. And my favourite place to go on holiday would be, so far, Tenerife. I love Tenerife. I just feel like it's home away from home. But if I could go somewhere, I'd really love to go to Mexico or Bali if I had the money, but I need to win the lottery at the minute to have the money. It'd be something that was like a once in a lifetime opportunity for me, and if I had the spare money, then I definitely would go there with my partner. Do I have any tattoos? I actually have 6 tattoos. I have one here which says "Don't forget to love yourself." I have a woman on my thigh, and then I have a line on my other thigh. On the right side of my outer thigh, I have roses and butterflies from my auntie, and then on this left side I just have a mandala and watercolour, and then on the back I've got a symbol for people that are survivors of abuse, and it says #MeToo on it. That was my most painful tattoo ever. I think it's because it was hitting the bone a bit more, and then the front of my right thigh really hurt as well. I couldn't even get it coloured in. I haven't been brave enough to go back and get it coloured in, but I'd definitely say I would want more tattoos, but I'm a bit picky. It takes me a while to pick where I want one and what type I want. Where I'm living right now, I'm currently living at home with my parents. I'm saving for a house and hoping sometime next year me and my partner can get a house, but they're so expensive at the minute, and we're using a Help to Buy. You can only save £200 a month in that. So hopefully by the time next year I'll have my qualified job as a nurse, and I'll be able to speak to some solicitors and mortgage specialists about what we can afford, and we'll go from there. And then I got another question: what's important to me? All my family and friends are important to me, but one of my main things is to reduce the stigma of mental health. I want people to feel that they can talk to people about it and they're not going to be judged. More people to reach out to other people before they hit a crisis point. It's okay not to be okay, and just to educate people, because sometimes there's a lot of nasty comments throughout the internet which are never going to stop, but maybe through more education people understand that how harsh their words can be and how bad it can be for someone that's already in a bad place. I just want to make sure that I can help as many people as I can in my lifetime, and really open up a gate for talking about mental health issues so that everyone can get the help they deserve. So we're going into a lockdown. I'm going to be working. I'm working in a care home at the minute, waiting for my PIN to come, and then I'll be doing my nursing. So I'm hoping to aim for getting a video up once a week. I'd love if you could comment your ideas down below, what videos you'd like me to do. I'll try and do as many as I can with the lockdown. I won't be able to go out and do anything fancy, but hopefully I can get a video up once a week, and I'm hoping you enjoy my videos. Obviously I'm just starting out, so I'm trying to make them as good as I can, but I don't have that many ideas. I don't have a load of money to spend on videos or equipment. Yeah, again, if you'd like to follow my Instagram to keep updated, it'll be linked down below. I'm also going to be linking some mental health charities that help with people. They can help over the phone, such as the Samaritans. There's somewhere, a number you can text just to have a talk to someone if you feel like you're in crisis point, or you need to talk to someone about your mental health, because I know it can be difficult getting into a mental health service, especially during this lockdown. So they'll all be linked below. Please use them if you need them and reach out to someone. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my brother singing on one of his games. Remember to check on your family and your friends and your loved ones, because you never know what's going on. We need to take care of each other at this time, and I'm hoping soon that this virus will pass and we can all return to how we used to be, as normal as we can. I'm wishing everyone well, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.